2,700 cities, 80 countries around the world going dark for Earth Hour tonight. What kind of a difference is this going to make?
Well, we think we're going to have 100 million people around the world basically sending a message that climate change is real and we need to take action now. And the world is watching to see what America is going to do. Because if America acts on climate change, the world will follow.
After this 1 hour passes tonight and people do go back to their normal lives, what can they do to maintain or sustain a life that is a lot more eco-friendly, shall we say?
Well, if you go to earthhourus.org, you can find all kinds of actions and tips and support that we provide for people to use and act. So we're asking people essentially, turn off the lights, get together with your friends and family, and commit to do specific things like reduce your energy efficiency throughout the rest of the year. Press the businesses you work for to change the way they use energy in the course of their everyday lives. And then last but not least is to press our congressmen and senators to act on climate change, to cap emissions and put a price on carbon.
And Edward, you have spoken to the House Committee on Climate Change. You are also working to create eco-friendly housing development. What personally, though, are you doing in your everyday life that is changing the way that you respond to those who say, you know, going green is the way we save the planet?
Well, I think a point you made in there is a good one. A lot of people, I think, don't realize, we think about our automobiles and our planes, but the built environment, the way we use energy in our homes and in the buildings that we work in accounts for over 40% of all greenhouse gas emissions. So even though sometimes people scoff at it when people talk about just conserving the way you use energy at home, it is actually very meaningful. The way that we build and operate our homes is has a very meaningful impact on how much electricity we produce through coal-fired power. And so energy efficient appliances, going through your appliances and seeing what's energy efficient, what's not.
The car you drive, you have a Prius, right?
I do, yeah. I live in New York. You know, one of the most energy efficient things you can do is live in a city like New York, which people, you look at Times Square around me, you wouldn't think about it, but actually living in New York City and taking public transportation is one of the better ways to have a low.
Yep, or just walking. Footprint. I mean, it's cheap, isn't it? It's the best way to get around if you can. All right, Carter Roberts, Edward Norton, we thank you both so much for your time.